moment this new Taehyung clip dropped from Los Angeles, everything shifted. You know that kind of footage that instantly makes you pause whatever you're doing? Yeah, this is exactly that type of clip. At 3:42 a.m. WIB, the video captured Taehyung stepping out of a black car, shielded by an umbrella, and for a second the whole crowd seemed to freeze. It wasn't some dramatic movie entrance, but there was something about the timing, the lighting, and the calm confidence he walked with that made the entire scene feel unreal. Fans didn't even have time to process it, because the clip spread across X faster than wildfire. What makes this arrival moment so captivating isn't just the visuals, but the atmosphere behind it. This wasn't a regular schedule. This was Taehyung arriving for the launch of TIRTIR's newest pop-up in Los Angeles, an event the brand clearly prepared with precision. Red curtains, bright lights, the glowing TIRTIR logo, everything screamed premium. And seeing Taehyung walk toward that setup felt like watching the exact moment a brand levels up its identity. The reactions were instant. Taehyung, a creator with over 3 million TikTok followers, reposted the clip with just 2 words, "Life complete." It wasn't dramatic, it felt honest. Even people outside the fandom could feel the excitement through the screen. And honestly, this is just the surface, because once we zoom into the details of his arrival, the event layout, and the fan-captured angles, the whole moment becomes even wilder. What really pulled everyone back into the clip wasn't just Taehyung arriving, it was the way the entire atmosphere changed the moment he stepped onto the red walkway. Photographers immediately switched into high alert, security adjusted their formation, and the lighting from the pop-up reflected off his beige suit in the cleanest way. It didn't feel staged. It felt like a real moment, where everything aligned perfectly. And because the clip was only 44 seconds, viewers kept replaying it just to catch every small detail. The setup at Melrose Avenue wasn't random either. TIRTIR clearly knew what they were doing. This location is known for high foot traffic, creators, stylists, and beauty influencers passing by every day. So when Taehyung walked in, it wasn't just a celebrity appearance, this was strategic exposure. The red curtains framing the entrance created a cinematic look, and the "Me and You, Let's Radiate" theme already made fans feel like the event was built around him from the start. Then came the surge of reactions. Fans online were quick to pick apart the clip, pointing out everything from his calm expression to the way he interacted with the staff. Some said this felt like the first real global comeback of his endorsement era after his military service. And honestly, they weren't wrong. This appearance had weight behind it. And as more angles of the event started surfacing online, things got even more interesting, especially once the inside of the pop-up was revealed. Once fans got their first inside clip, everything suddenly made sense. The pop-up wasn't just decorated, it was curated. The entire room was wrapped in deep red tones, velvet textures, and soft lighting that made the space feel almost theatrical. In one fan-captured video, you can see a round table with candles, fresh flowers, and a massive screen looping Taehyung's visuals. Nothing looked random. Everything felt intentionally aligned with the "Let's Radiate" concept. And seeing Taehyung walk through that atmosphere gave the space a different energy altogether. One short clip from at Taehyung Impact showed him sitting comfortably on a red sofa, adjusting his sleeves as he prepared for an interview. He wasn't performing, he wasn't posing, he was just being himself. That's exactly why fans kept replaying that 4-second video. It highlighted the calm, grounded side of Taehyung that people always appreciate, especially during brand events. And with the beige suit contrasting the red background, the visual effect hit perfectly. Then came another reveal. The interview wasn't just a small brand Q&A. It was filmed for Sirius and TikTok Radio with David Burleson. That alone signaled that this wasn't a minor promo. It was part of a bigger push. A re-entry into global promotions after his military service, but done in a way that feels mature and steady. And with more clips emerging from different corners of the room, fans realized this pop-up wasn't just a display, it was an experience crafted around Taehyung's image and influence. As more clips rolled out, the interview set up inside the pop-up started drawing even more attention. The lighting was warm but focused, highlighting Taehyung without making the scene feel too staged. Fans noticed how relaxed he looked, shoulders down, posture steady, and responses delivered with that calm tone he's always had. Even in short fan-taken snippets, there was a sense that Taehyung wasn't just there as a model or a face. He was present as a true ambassador who understood the brand's vibe. David Burleson from SiriusXM kept things light and conversational, which made the whole moment feel natural. You could see Taehyung nodding, smiling slightly, and occasionally glancing around the room as he shared thoughts for TikTok radio. It wasn't a dramatic interview, but it carried weight because this was one of his earlier global promo appearances after military service. Fans immediately caught that this moment wasn't just content, it was a signal of his return to the international scene. What made this even more interesting was how TIRTIR leaned fully into his image. The product displays beside him, the cushions, the red palette, everything felt aligned with the aesthetic Taehyung has been known for. It didn't feel forced or overly commercial. Instead, it felt like a collaboration where both sides understood the assignment perfectly. And while the interview clips were already gaining traction, things escalated even more once fans discovered that the pop-up wasn't only about visuals. It included interactive features built with Taehyung's influence in mind. One thing that immediately stood out about this pop-up was how immersive the setup felt. It wasn't just a place to display products. It was built to make visitors feel like they were stepping into Taehyung's aesthetic. The shade-matching stations were one of the highlights. Fans could try the foundation cushion inspired by his campaign, complete with mirrors, warm lighting, and testers lined up neatly. People who attended shared that the atmosphere gave them the sense of being inside a curated photoshoot rather than a typical product booth. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of experience beauty brands try to create, but not many execute this well. The fan reactions online were fast and loud. Comments like, "So funny," and "What a man," kept appearing on the reposted clips, but despite the hype, the energy never slipped into exaggeration. It was more of a genuine excitement. Fans appreciated the details, like how the red interior matched his campaign visuals, how the music included his solo tracks, and how the staff treated the pop-up like a premium event. It felt polished, but still approachable. This is where the Taehyung effect really kicked in. Within hours, the clips gained thousands of views and likes, and discussions about TIRTIR's sales boost resurfaced. People started comparing this momentum to previous endorsements he elevated, proving once again that his presence alone shifts attention in a measurable way. And as the event continued through the week, more angles and behind-the-scenes moments began popping up, each adding new layers to how fans experienced this pop-up. As more clips surfaced throughout the day, it became clear that this pop-up wasn't just a one-time appearance. It was the start of a full momentum shift. The event runs until November the 23rd, which means fans could still expect new angles, more interactions, and maybe even additional behind-the-scenes footage of Taehyung exploring the space. Every time a new short video appeared on X, it added another piece to the puzzle, making the whole event feel alive instead of just a single moment captured on camera. Billboard's post highlighting Taehyung as TIRTIR's first global ambassador also amplified everything. It wasn't just recognition, it was validation of how big this collaboration has become internationally. Seeing a major media outlet share the same clip fans were discussing made the moment feel even more significant. It reminded people that Taehyung's influence isn't just limited to the fandom, the beauty and fashion industries are actively watching him too. And with how strong his presence has been at this pop-up, a lot of fans believe this marks the beginning of a new global endorsement era for him. The calm confidence, the visuals, the interview, the brand synergy, it all flowed naturally. Nothing looked forced. Nothing felt out of place. This is exactly the version of Taehyung people missed while he was serving in the military. But the biggest takeaway is simple. This 44-second clip became viral not because it was flashy, but because it captured Taehyung in a way people genuinely connect with. And if this is how he starts his new chapter, the next updates are guaranteed to be even bigger.